What is up, people? It's your boy Lee, and today I'm bringing you the pros and cons of Ultimate Team. Now, yesterday I brought to you the pros and cons of seasons, so I thought it was only right for me to give you some Ultimate Team gameplay and talk about how I feel about it. Now, again, remember, these are just my opinions. This is just how I feel. If you feel any different, please leave anything you have to say in the comments section below and tell me how you feel. And remember, these are, again, just my opinions. So we'll jump right in here and we'll start off with the pros. So I touched on this yesterday, but I felt I needed to say it again today because this is one of the most important things for the pros for Ultimate Team, and that is the game speed. Now, you'll see in some of the clips that I have today, this isn't clips, this is one game, this is just some plays in this game, you'll see how much faster the game speed is compared to seasons, the gameplay I showed you yesterday. Now this, in turn, the game speed brings a lot of chances. So in a lot of Ultimate Team games, you will have tons of chances, depending on the players you play, obviously. But most of the time, you are getting a lot of chances, a lot of shots on goals. And to go with a lot of shots on goals is a lot of goals. Because, as I said before, the shot speed is a lot higher, the players are a lot faster. And you can see all of this right here before your eyes. And that is why there are a lot of goals. Any uncontested shot, I feel, from inside 20 yards with a player with a decent amount of shot will go in, and if it's well placed, obviously, will go in a lot, probably 80% of the time. Maybe a little less, that was an over-exaggeration, but they go in a lot. Another set of pros is, again, this is pros for, certain players. Certain players obviously would love these, others would not. Now we're going to jump into nice variety of teams. When I play Ultimate Team, I'm always seeing different teams. I'm always seeing, and it's obviously sometimes you're facing those constant Barkley Premier League squads, which can get really annoying, and those pacey, pace-abusing squads, but a lot of the time I am finding, fun squads that I've never seen, and sometimes you even see very unique hybrids, which is something that I love. I love to make, and I love to see, and I love to play with, and I love to play against. It is awesome playing against hybrid squads and making hybrid squads. Another pro is the weekly tournaments. Now, in seasons, yes, there are tournaments, there are cups that you can play in, but here, in Ultimate Team, EA does a great job of making really unique Ultimate Team tournaments where the requirements are very cool. Sometimes, I remember, they had it this year, they have tournaments where they have Irish teams, where you can only enter the tournament if you have a full, either Republic of Ireland or Northern Ireland squad. Now that is awesome. Another big one is that chemistry is a huge factor in how your team plays and how they perform. If your chemistry is very high, then you will find a lot of your passes being made, a lot of them being completed, I should say, and a lot of your players just working together, which is really nice. Now, all in all, the pro of this game mode is that it is probably the most creative game mode in the game. Now I'll hop onto the cons. I don't have that many cons, but I'll just like to touch base on some of them. And the first one is I feel like I find a lot of green skittle defenders. Now, if you don't know what that means, it is a term coined by Air Japes, FIFA. If you want to check him out, great FIFA YouTuber. And green skittle is basically on your Microsoft Xbox controller, that A button. When you hold that down, a green skittle defender is someone that just contains all game and never dives in on tackles, which can be tough to score on, can be very tough to score on and to beat. You have to pass around that, you have to have patience. Next is the fact that there are contracts that, even though you're getting the luck of the draw with being able to play with the players you want to play, they can only play a certain amount of games before their contracts are up. Next, the game forces, I feel, lower passing percentages because people are so impatient and trying to make those over-the-top free rolls, like I said, just spamming them. it is a very impatient game mode. The passing percentages, the shooting percentages are very down because people are trying to force on goals, and people can force on goals because of the high game speeds. And last but not least, rarely, I never find a player who ever focuses on possession. They never play possession football. And that in turn ties in to the fact that a lot of the people that play Ultimate Team are quite impatient. Anyway, those are the pros and cons of Ultimate Team. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and leave any constructive criticism down in the comments section below. I appreciate every bit of it. And YouTube, have a nice day.